Welcome to Guru Trader video for Monday, May 17, 2010. Here's the four market movers that we're following today. All four of these are follow-ups on the TSX Venture, symbol PIE, Primary Petroleum Corporation, 19 cents, up half a cent. On the NASDAQ, following up again on SIRI, Sirius XM Radio Inc., 109, up 2. On the AMEX, following up on VHC VirnetX Holding, 638, up 25. And lastly, also on the AMEX, following up again on MDF, Metropolitan Health Networks Inc., 431, up 32. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. Wow, what a difference a month makes. This time last month, we'd have 15, 20 stocks after our software is filtered through all the market movers, and we'd have to reduce that sort of manually down to 7 stocks to tweet and mention in our videos. Now we're having a hard time coming up with 4. So actually right now I'm just keeping my powder dry, watching everything, doing some homework, and hopefully going to position at sometime later this summer when this market shakes out. And we've been saying that for a little while now, that there's just nothing on the junior resource side seems to be responding very well to news these days. But anyway, there's always a few stocks that can perk up through all that sea of red, and so we're going to mention a few of these. We've mentioned all of these before in the past. We haven't done a video since last Thursday. On Friday we tweeted this first one, PIE, Primary Petroleum, on the Venture Exchange, 19, up half a cent, 1.89 million shares traded. Not sure why I mentioned it. I mentioned it 18.5 on Friday. There's no news. Doesn't show any news back until February the 18th of 2009, and that was the increase of production with tie-in of its Twin Lakes gas well. And they mentioned something about Montana in here, operational update in Montana. I don't know if that's still their focus or if something else is coming. The activity in the stock may be telling us that. It's been active for a few days, so we'll just keep an eye on it. And we're mentioning it because it broke its 52-week high, which it did on Friday as well, at 19 cents, and the low was 3 cents, May 27th of last year. So it broke that 52-week high and traded as high as 21 now. So we just thought, we'll mention it to keep an eye on it because it is active. Moving on, SIRI, one of our favorites that we've been mentioning. This is our 12th post since January the 20th at 73 cents. So we started following this because the technicals were telling us, because of the huge volume the stock trades, the movement, that there's something going on here, and the news so far has confirmed that to a great degree. I'll get into that in a second, but here's the volume, 59 million today. That's actually low. I've seen the stock trade over 200 million shares. It's a $4 billion company, 3.8 billion shares outstanding. So you can understand why it takes 50, 100, 150 million shares a day to move this stock. The 52-week high was $1.25, which it did on May the 3rd. The low was 30 cents, which it did on June 26th, and I think it was even lower, around a dime if you go back to April or May. I could be wrong, but it's had a gradually sloping stock chart over the last year, and it's not because it's up 2 cents that I'm mentioning it. It's because it's not down 12 cents or whatever in a day when a lot of the majors aren't holding on to their strength. This one is like I said, relative strength in a down market is often as good a signal as upward momentum in a good market. So hopefully, with this market comes back, this one will lead the way. But anyway, good story. I mean, we know the business model. A few years ago, XM was trading at $20 or thereabouts, and Sirius was, I think, over $10. They merged. That took some time. Then the market blew up. I don't know what their financial situation is. I'd like to study their their financial statements and their balance sheet to see what kind of debt they're under. But production-wise, I mean, they've got all the major sports networks on their radio. They've got Oprah Winfrey, they've got Howard Stern, names like that. Well, this was an interesting news release, came out today, May 17th, as SiriusXM increases 2010 guidance. They talk about this is pro forma now, 750,000 subscribers they're looking forward to, 2.75 billion in revenue, pro forma revenue, adjusted income to be approximately 575 million. Company expects free cash flow to exceed 100 million. Those all look very positive. Let's look at the long-term chart. This is the 5-year chart, is the one that I find most interesting, is this upward slope here. I mean, this looks like there's your saucer, and it's been a nice gradually sloping chart. This looks like a turnaround situation, and the financials, are starting to hopefully confirm that. So they talk about some of those names I just mentioned here if you want to read that. So anyway, continues to look good here, and let's see if I'm right, and if this one takes off and smashes through that 52-week high on the next upturn, whenever this market decides to make a turn overall. Moving on, VHC, mentioned this one time before on February the 19th at $5.90. VirnetX Holding, 638 up a quarter, 2.7 million shares traded. It's a $278 million company, 43 million shares outstanding. 52-week high was $7.99, which it did on March 17th, right here. And the low was $1.20, which it did July 20th of last year. It's had somewhat erratic, but gradually increasing chart. Reason I'm mentioning them is they didn't make a new high today, but popped over that $7 range. So if you look at this peak here, we're back up there again. It'll be interesting to see where this stock closes. Now, they today announced Microsoft and VirnetX settled patent infringement cases. That's big news for them. I believe there's some ongoing relationship with Microsoft. We're pleased to work with VirnetX to bring these cases to a successful resolution. We look forward to VirnetX's continued progress as it develops technologies. There's a $200 million one-time payment to VirnetX. And look at this one here on April 13th. VirnetX launches secure domain name initiative. This was the interesting read. They talk about 4G technologies. They talk about their relationship. Let me see. Let me go down here. Okay, there's 2 patents here that they mention. Okay, VirnetX Holding Corporation, an internet security software and technology company engaged in commercializing its patent portfolio developed from work done for the Central Intelligence Agency. They talk about their products designed to create a secure environment for real-time communication applications such as instant messaging, voice, smartphones, e-readers, etc., etc. They talk about patent portfolio, includes over 48 states and international patents, and pending applications declared as essential for 4G security specifications that provide the foundation for the company's unique Gabriel connection technology. And they talk about how many people, let's see, currently 450 million mobile devices that'll need secure domain names, expected to grow to 4 billion by 2014, and there's currently about 200 million internet domain names that are likely to want secure domain names. So that's all interesting. I've just started looking into this stuff, so we're going to continue to keep an eye on that one. And lastly, also on the AMEX, MDF, Metropolitan Health Networks, 431 up 32, 8% move, just under 1 million shares traded. We mentioned this stock one time before on May the 4th at 325, so it's 431 now. Mentioning it because it broke the 52-week high of 408, which it did last Friday on the 14th, and the low was $1.82, which it did May 26th of last year. So kind of went sideways at $2 for most of last year, and then has started moving up this year, and continues to move. Now, we mentioned them on the 4th, which was when they reported their record first quarter 2010 results, and on the 6th they reported, let's see here, share patient-centered medical home implementation lessons learned in a nationwide live web-based presentation. Okay, let's look at this. The highlights: net income 7.1 million, 18 cents a share, compared to blah blah blah. And if you scroll down, I don't mean to skip this, but I just don't have the time. Metropolitan Health, group of Medicare of Florida. Primary Care Practices is a growing healthcare organization that provides comprehensive healthcare services for Medicare Advantage customers and other patients in Florida. To learn more, go to their website at metcare.com. So anyway, that's what they're about, and we'll keep an eye on them. So that's about it for today. Do your homework, trade safely. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower price stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day-only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader Tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.